In this e-learning tutorial, we are going to learn about the tuples in Python. Tuples are the series of values of different types which could be separated by the commas. So like we have already seen about the strings list, which I have seen. I have given the link which will be given in the description box. You can go through it. The same as the values in the tuples can also be accessed by their index value, which could be an integer value which could be starting from 0. The values in the list can be replaced with another any time after its creation. But in tuples, the values it cannot be replaced with another value once the tuples are created. So, in list, it allows us to add the new items, but in tuples, it does not allows us to add the new item once it is created. So, these are all the 2 points for the differences between the list and the tuples. Now, let us see how we are going to create the tuples. It is created by placing all element inside the parenthesis and separated by the commas. The tuples can have any number of items that can be maybe of different types. It can be an integer, float, list, or whatever it may be. So the different types of tuples have given some example. That is an empty tuple, tuples having an integers, tuples with a mixed data type, nested tuple. Tuples can also be created without the parenthesis. Let us see an example for one by one. That it is an empty tuple. There is a variable called as my underscore tuple. Just I have created only the empty tuple and have print this empty tuple. The output will be the empty tuple. So now let us see about the tuples having an integers. Here I am having an values in my tuple 11, 12 and 13. So when I print this tuple, whatever the values that is in here, it will be printed in the output. The next one is tuples with the mixed data type. So I am having a values of the, here it is an integer value, and this one is in string, and this one is a floating point. So the combinations of values are here, data types are here. So when I print this tuple, see it's 11 and whatever the string it is in Python, and the float type is 3.4. The next one is the nested tuple. So here I am having a variable called as a my underscore tuple. Here I am having a string called as a cat. So inside the tuple I have been created another list, that is 8, 4, 6 and one is having, and 1, 2, 3 and another one is having. So when I print this tuple, whatever the values that is in the tuple will also get to be the printed. The next one, the tuples can also be created without the parenthesis. So when so see in this example, in all example I have given the parenthesis, but see in this example there is no parenthesis values for the variable my tuple. So whatever, so whenever we are going to print an output, it print with the parenthesis value. So how we are going to access the values in the tuple? So in order to access the values in a tuple, so it is necessary to add an index number which could be enclosed in a square bracket along with the name of the tuple. So in the tuple cannot update or delete the values in the tuples. So here see let us example. Here I am having the variables, that is tuple 1 and the tuple 2, whereas I am having the tuple 1 and tuple 2. What I am going to do is, now I am going to print tuple 1 of 0. Then in the tuple 1 of 0, what I am going to display is tuple 1 of 0 value. So the index will be starting from the 0. So this was 0, this is 1, this is 2 and this one is the 3. So when I see this tuple of 1, tuple 1, this one of 0, the value will be the C. So the tuple 1 of 0, the C will be get printed. Then see from the tuple 2, I am going to start with an index from the 1 to 5 values. So 1 will be the So in the tuple 2, it will be going to print from the 1 up to the 5 value. See, so here it is a 0, 1, so this one is 2, this is 3, this is 4, this is 5, and this one is the sixth value. See, 1 will be the from the 2, so 2 to 5, so it will be excluding the uh, so uh, so 5 means here up to this 6 value, so it will be exclude this 6, and 2, 3, 4 and 5 will be get printed. So 2, 3, 4 and 5 will be get printed. Here we can using the slicing operator, so in order to print the continuous values in the tuples. The next one is tuples are immutable. So the values in the tuples cannot be changed once it is to be declared. So if you want to change the values, what we need to do is we are going to create a new tuple. So now let us consider this example. Here I am having the two tuples. So in the tuple 2, what I am going to do is I am going to change the value of the 2, index value of 2. So what is an index value of the index value of 2 will be the 1, 2, 0. Here it is and 1. This one is 1, 2, and this one is the 3 and 4. This is 5, and this one is 6. See, what is the value of 2? The value of 2 will be 3. So instead of 3, I am going to print here as a 120. So what it will show is, as already I said you, so we cannot able to update or delete an items in the tuple once it is created. So it will shows an error. Tuple object does not support an item assignment. So it will shows an error. So that is why the tuples are immutable. The next one is the tuple assignment. So it is a very attractive feature in the Python. Here it allows an assignment of values to the tuple of variables on the left side of the assignment from the tuple of values on the right side of the assignment. So here consider this example, first example, where I have a variable called as a t. In this variable I have the 4 values: tomato, onion, potato and the brinjal. Whereas I have assigned another parameter called as an a, b, c, d. In that value which is equal to t, this value I have been assigned here. So what it will be going to do is, now the a is matched with the tomato, and b is matched with an onion, and c is matched with the potato, and d is matched with the brinjal. So when I am going to print, so index will be from the 0, this one is 1, this is 2, and this one is 3. So if I going to print the t of 1, what is the t of 1? The t of 1 is an onion. So the onion value get printed. The next is, see, I am going to print the a and the d value. So what is the a value? The a value is tomato and the d value is brinjal. So tomato and brinjal will be get printed. Can you understand now? So whatever that is in the assignment of the variables on the left side of an assignment to be again assigned to the tuple values to be on the right side of the assignment. So this is a tuple assignment. So now let us consider another example here. Here I am going to swap the values of variables between the x and the y. So here I am going to create one temporary variable which is temp is equal to x. However, this we can be solve this tuple values. So I am having an x value as 20 and y value x value as 10 and y value as 20. Now I am going to create one temporary variable which is equal to x. Now what I am going to do, now x is equal to y. So the x value is equal to y. Now x is equal to y, in the sense x is equal to what it will do, x is equal to y means the y value will be 20. Now the y value will be assigned to the x value. So now the x value here in this statement, the x value will be the 20 now. So y is equal to temp. Now what here it is in the temporary variable, what I have in temp variable, I have the 10. The value of 10 x it is 10. So now it is assigned to the temporary variable. See, then y is equal to temp means here now whatever the values in the temp which is available to the y value. So now what it is going to do is now y value is equal to temp means here the temp value is 10. So now y value now it is 10. So what will be the output when you print the x and y? So x will be 20 and y will be the 10. So this is how we are going to swap of variables in the tuple assignment. So now let us see another one, that is tuple as a return values. It can also return the function as a return value. Generally the function returns only one value, you know already that, but by returning in the tuple a function can return the more value. Now let us see an example for a tuple as a return values. Here consider an example. Now I have declared a function called as the function will using a keyword called as a def. So to know the detailed information about the function, you can go through the link which I have given it in the description box. So I have cleared a def function. The function name is called as a circle info, where I have passed only the one parameter value which is a variable called as an r. Now I have assigned another variable called as a c. In that I have going to calculate the formula, that is 2. The pi value it is I am going to calculate the circle and the area. So when you consider the circle formula, it is 2 pi r. The formula is 2 pi r. When you consider to calculate the area of area, we can go for the pi r square. You already know about that. So now these two formulas which have been applied here. See, I have given the pi value as 3.14. Now I am going to return the c value as well as this a value. See what I am going to pass a parameter value as now the 20. So when I calculate the r value as 20, so when c value will be returned as 125.6636, and then a value, this is for the c value and this one is for the a value. This is an output for calculating the circle and the area. So here in tuples we can able to return more than one values in a function. Now let's see another one, that is a variable length argument tuple. Here you can able to pass to a function a variable name that is preceded by then. Here it is an asterisk symbol we are going to use and collect the arguments into the tuple. Now let us consider this example. Here I have been using a function called as sum. Here I have used the variable called as a star args, where here the star means it takes a number of argument. Whatever the argument, that is if you have more than 5 arguments means it will take one by one argument and will be printed. Now let us see here, see this statement, the print type of arg. So what type of this one here, that it will be print like the class of tuple, like this it will be get printed. That is a statement here mentioned here. Then print of the first statement function I have called a 10, 20. The two functions I have been called. So the first one is 10, 20. See the second one is 10, 20 and 30. See the next one is 10, 20 and 30. And third one is 10, 20, 30 and 40. The 10, 20, 30 and 40 will be get printed. So the number of arguments we can, any number of arguments we can be passed to the tuples. Now let us see the tuple operators. So tuple operators, here we have the concatenation, repetition, in operator and the iteration operator. Now let us see about an one by one. Concatenation means it works same as a list. Here we are going to concatenate the two tuples. Here we are going to using the plus operator. Now let us consider the two tuple, that is a t1 and another one is a t2. In another variable I have created as a t3, where I am going to concatenate this both the tuples, that is a t1 and the t2. I am going to here use the concatenation operator Now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 will be get printed. So this is a concatenation of the tuple operation. The next one is the repetition operator. So the repetition means it works like the repeats, that is it repeats the tuples for the given number of times. Here we are going to use the asterisk operator. Here I am having an T1 called as a string called as an high, whereas I am going to repeat how many times here I am going to repeat. I am going to repeat the 4 times. So this is a 1 and this is a 2, 3 and here it is a 4 times the values has been repeated. So this is a use of the repetition operators in the tuple. The next one is the in operator. In operator also works on the tuples, whereas it gives an element exists in the tuple or not. That is, it always given to be the boolean output. Either it can be a true or it can be a false value. Whenever the condition given input is exists in the tuple, it returns to be the true value. If not, it returns to be the false value. See here I having the tuple T1, whereas I having the values of 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Now I am going to print 1 in tuple. See the value 1 is available. So now it gets to be the printed as a true. See now I am going to print 8 in tuple, whereas the 8 value is not available in this tuple. So it will be returning the false value. The next one is here is a iteration operator. So in iteration operator is works in tuple by using here the for loops. So it helps in the traversing the tuple. Here I am having an example. T1 is equal to values of 1, 2, 3 and 4. Now I am going to retry the values by using the for loop in the tuple. So for x in T1, so x values, that is 1, 2, 3 and 4 will be get printed. So this is the how the tuple operations is going to be works in the Python. The next one is built-in tuple functions. So in Python also we having the built-in function that can be executed on the tuple. I have listed some of the functions. The first one is the CMP of tuple 1 and tuple 2. Here I am going to compare the items of the tuple, that is value of the CMP built-in function. The next one is I am going to here returns the length of the tuple. The next one is zip. So the zip element from the 2 tuples into a list of tuples. Here I am going to find the maximum of tuple and here I am going to find the smallest value in the tuple. Then I am going to convert a tuple of sequence, means I am going to convert a list into a tuple. So you can also able to work out with some few of an examples by using some of the built-in functions. To know the latest videos, if you not already subscribed this channel, then please consider subscribing. So in this next tutorial, we are going to learn about the dictionaries in the Python. Thank you. Like, share and your comments. Thanks for watching.